All right, what's up, guys? Day three of the trade recap. And I made how much? What, $620 today. So let me give you guys a recap on basically how I took the trade. So I know it's a lot of stuff on my screen real quick, but trust I'm gonna break it down real quick. So yeah. So looking at yesterday's price action, right? Um, it was really choppy, like how I anticipated, like I told you guys yesterday, that since we made that really big move down, that it's probably going to be a range bound session. You know what I'm saying? For Asia, I didn't know if it was going to be for New York or not, but that's something I kind of anticipated. If we didn't break, like I said, if we didn't break the VAH or the VAL, I was anticipating, what I'm saying, consolidation in between those two levels, right? So we end up breaking through. Accumulated. We manipulated downward onto -3 to 3.4, or -3.5 to 4 standard deviation near our weekly order block on a weekly time frame, and also this low volume node on our like previous week uh, volume profile, right? So as we make a full reversal in this -4 standard deviation, um, I was kind of anticipating for this session right here to be either a retrace into this, basically this big imbalance, and continue higher up um, to like midnight open or our next low volume node, because I mean this is a really big imbalance right here. You know what I'm saying? It's more balance right here, but look at this, it's straight imbalance. So I was kind of anticipating for, if I was thinking longs, if I caught an opportunity in longs, I was going to take it, up to here. Um, Shorts back into the internal range. So coming in, I seen that on ES we haven't taken out this. What is this? This lunchtime high, right? At least I think it is. Hold on, what time is this? Yeah, lunchtime high. And NQ did, and it was a really big SMT, a really big SMT. So that was a bearish SMT that I was seeing inside of our -2 standard deviation that I projected here. And then also when I see a rejection block form inside of our standard deviation, that's like, man, that's perfect for me, right? On top of us ripping down off the open. And normally when we open and rip down, we're more than likely going to come back up and just expand higher. But in this scenario here, like, we have this PD array to the left, the standard deviation, we got strong reaction up out of it. So I was anticipating for us to come back to retrace to the open and then flush lower. But I just really like this rejection block right here that I seen, right? So we got this rejection block inside of our PD array, and I I wanted CE of that rejection block here, right? CE is basically just 50% of the rejection block, right? So I came down to my 1 minute time frame, right? I came down to my 1 minute time frame. I marked out the high and the low, and my OTE lined up perfectly with uh, my rejection block, the CE of my rejection block, right? So that's, man, that's one confluence, two confluences with the SMT, OTE, that's three confluences at the golden pocket, the 0.75. Uh, Rejection block, that's another confluence. So I mean, this is like an A+ setup right here. And then on top of that, the reaction that we had off of the OTE and CE of the rejection block was an engulfing candle. So I mean, it's all around, like, this is like a perfect trade in my eyes, right? We accumulated as well. We manipulated, come 8 o'clock. We manipulated up into this rejection block, and then we just flushed down, right? I had my, for my eval, I had to I got consistency, right? So I can only make a certain amount. So I kind of close out like around here in this area, right? But I like to trade 3RR and then I like leave one running. My full TP would have been this unfilled 15-minute fair value gap. So that's another imbalance. Like I said, I was expecting us to either retrace back into this really big imbalance or we got this POC, right? But really, I was looking at the value area high, right? Like how I said yesterday, we normally, when we break out of the VAL or the VAH, we come to retest a session or retest the level, and then if we reject off that level, then it's normally going to continue back down, right? So with that, being in mind, I was anticipating for us, since we broke out the value area high, I was anticipating a retest back to it to then reject us higher, right? If we want to do it like that. So that's, with that trading idea in mind, that was also another target for me. You know what I mean? On top of, everything else. So all in all, I mean, great setup for me. It was a complete top tick. I had a limit set right here. I was super confident in this. So I mean, it played out perfect. It's not always gonna play out. A plus setups don't always play out. So you know, I'm happy with today's trade recap. The trade all in all, and we need, I think, like $300 more to pass, or $400 more, something like that. I can't remember. So yeah, that is the end of the trade recap. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I hope you guys learned something from it. So yeah, like I said, if you guys got any suggestions or any questions or anything like that, I also got a Discord, so feel free to click the link in the description below and you can just join and everything like that. And then yeah. Yeah, so like I was saying, yeah, I got a Discord. I'm gonna drop it down in the link in the description below. So if you guys wanna, hop into the Discord and trade with us, you know, learn from us or just learn with us, I'll be happy to. So yeah, that's basically it. See you guys in the next one.